name is Marius Budileanu and I represent the Faculty of Geography from the University of Bucharest.
Speak louder, please.
Okay. The goal of my presentation is to show this one the evolution of Sulina mouth in the last 180 years based on digital bathymetric models. Our objectives are the first to show you the first plans of the improvements at the Danube mouth, at Sulina mouth, the presentation of European Commission of the Danube, and the cartographical and engineering work performed by European Commission of the Danube at Sulina mouth. In the end, the important part is the analysis of Sulina mouth evolution. First of all, Sulina in the 18th century was the only maritime arm and mouth. The connection from between Tulcea and Istanbul was made from Sulina mouth. And in 1784, the Turks decided that is necessary a project executed. In 1784, the Turks decided that the project exceeded their competence and asked the French for help. They don't have engineers who have performed that kind of job before. And two French guys, Comte de Chabanais and his brother Bernardo, take several measurements at the Sulina mouth and propose North Pier, right over here. After 1 year in 1785, the Turks decided that this project is too expensive and they will not do anything. But in 1886 appeared another project who was made by the one Moldovan architect. Until now we don't know who was that gentleman. And he proposed a system of two parallel dikes made from wooden piles. The project was approved by the Ottoman Empire. But in the spring of 1786, the works are cancelled because the Ottoman Empire started a new war against Egypt. And they want all the wood from Sulina took by Istanbul and I don't know, they utilize for weapons. And we saw another plan, it's not a plan, it's a map actually, made by Captain Lauterer in 1789. Captain Lauterer made, it was an Austrian captain, and they made a map between Iron Gates and Sulina mouth. Also, the map contains eight parts and another beautiful description of every plan. At Sulina, it is the first map reliable because it shows the deep of the mouth. It's about the major unit for this map is cluster, and one cluster is 1.89 meters. And the medium, the average depth at Sulina mouth mentioned by Lauterer was 11 feet. That means 11 feet, 1 feet is 0.44 meters, about 3.5 meters the deep of Sulina mouth, which is reliable. And another thing, here are two buoys, and the Turks officers signal the mouse bar right over here. But in 1856, after the Crimean War, it was an important date. The European Commission of the Danube was I don't know. First of all, the Crimean War was ended in March 1865, 1856, with the Treaty of Paris from 14 March. And Article 16 stipulated that a commission shall be charged to design and cause to execute the works necessary below Ixarcia to clear the mouth of the Danube, as well as the neighborhood part of the sea. The flags of all nations shall be treated on footing of perfect equality. It was the first time when the Danube mouth became major and respected the influence of the empires. Another important thing is the Treaty of Paris granted the Commission with only 2 years mandate, temporary mandate. And the Commission initially included France, Austria, Great Britain, Prussia, Russia, Sardinia, and Ottoman Empire. This is a picture with the representative of that states at the European Commission of the Danube. Due to misunderstanding between Russia and Austria, the Commission could not be turned into a permanent institution. Instead, its mission was continually reinforced by a series of treaties. The Treaty of London in 1871 stipulated a 12-year extension of the Commission mandate. The Treaty of Berlin in 1878 extended the jurisdiction to Galați, yes, from Ixarcia to Galați, and the Treaty of London in 1883 extended the jurisdiction to Brăila and prolonged the European Commission of the Danube for another 21 years. Romania became a member of the European Commission of the Danube in 1817 following the Treaty of Berlin. And in 1948, by Accord of Sinaia, is dissolved the European Commission of the Danube, and all the works came into Romanian administration, AFDJ, Fluvial Administration of Lower Danube. The first engineering works that was made by European Commission of the Danube at Sulina mouth. The technical solution chosen for the mouth improvement was to guide the course of the river further in the sea using a system of 2 parallel dikes. This suggestion was made by Engineer-in-Chief Charles Augustus Hartley. The first temporary works began in 1858 and were completed on July 31, 1861. The length of the north dike was 1,411 meters and the south one was 940 meters. After this was a temporary solution because they thought that St. George Arc is better than Sulina Arc for this kind of work, but was needed a lot of money for improvement at St. George mouth. And they do this works temporarily at Sulina, and the idea was after a couple of years when they can take money from taxes to build another dikes at St. George Arc. But the decision to consolidate and transform the initial works into solid structure was taken in 1866 after they saw that the solution is very reliable and the depths are low, are much better. On September 14, 1871, the strengthening works were completed and the total length of the jetty was 1,625 meters north jetty and 1,053 meters the southern one. Practically, it was As you can see, 200 meters for prolongement for the northern one, and 117 meters for the southern one. The most important engineering works at Sulina Mount were performed until 1872, but the sequent work implied rigging the bar and extending the jet ice with only a couple of meters per year. This is an offshore view of the jet ice in 1930. Cartographical works. Practically, we create our database we started to create our database from the cartographical works of the Commission European of the Danube, and then we'll find another sea charts and nautical maps that include the Sulina Mount. By now, the database contained over 150 items, and the materials were obtained from different sources: reports, atlases, syntheses, and the different sources means different scale and different surface of bathymetric measurements. First of all, okay, I will show you a couple of maps. These maps were made by the European Commission of the Danube. This one is in 1857. And you can see the map contains one grid, which is the length with 500 feet. And this grid is on this grid is on all the maps created by European Commission of the Danube. As an example, if here it's 2, and I don't know, 7 here, and we are in old lighthouse point, on old house light point will be on every map at this intersection. Another thing, as you can see, the bathymetric surface is very different. Here, and these two small ones. These two maps are made on a weekly basis. On every week, they take bathymetric measurements on the mouth, right over here. And the maps like that, the biggest one, are made from 3 to 3 months, like March, April, and July, August, and the last one from the year in November. And this is a tricky thing, because if we make the difference between grids, we have to make that difference between the same surface. And I cannot make an analysis between this map and this map. Oh, I can, but only for this small area. And another thing is the prolongement of the dikes. As you can show you a couple of slides ago, in 1872 the dikes measurement was 1,400 meters. Today the dikes are about 9 kilometers, so 9,000 meters. And this is another important thing, because if they make bathymetric measurements on the mouth in 1865 was here, and now is 9 kilometers over there. And the surface also are not in the same area. Okay, the surface. Yeah, this chart is all the surface between 1829 and 1926, about 100 years. This is all the maps we have for about 100 years. And the surfaces are very different, and if we make an evolution between, I don't know, 5 years, we have to utilize use the same area. And I told you about the piers. Yes. Oh, 1829, not 92, it was a mistake. 1829, 1872, 1944, and 2009. Here, 1829 and 1872, the first dice. As you can see, the first result of the piers was a strong erosion in the north part, right over here, and again strong erosion at about 3 kilometers from Sulina to south. And the dikes, in 1829 there are no dikes, 1872, 1944, and 2001 here. So the mouth of Sulina now is here, not here. What was the methodology? Well, I georeferencing all the maps using UTM projection, and the method was very good described by Constantinescu in the cartographical perspective to engineering works at Sulina mouth. I have digitized bathymetric surface for our analysis, bathymetric isobats and points. I not told you that the sounding was also in feet, not in meters, and I have to convert from feet to meters. Creating a bathymetric digital model evolution, the two grids cut using the same mask. The difference between the two grids was calculated. The older grid is always subtracted from the newer one. The erosion values will be negative, and the accretion values will be positive. This grid is divided by a number of years or months between the initial two grids rates, and the numbers were multiplied by 100 to obtain the values in centimeters per month or per year, and then volume calculator. We divide with the resulting grid in the number of months between the two grids to find out the sedimentology rate in centimeters per month. And the analysis to the following period, 1829, 1856 is natural mouth evolution. 1856, 1872 initial jet construction works. 1872, 900 was the European Commission golden era. 926, the World War, the First World War period. 1926, 1944, the Second World War period. From 1944, 1988, the modern period, and from 1988 to 2009 is the current period. Okay. Yeah, the following maps will be on the same arrangement. The oldest map is in left, in right is the newer one. The difference between them and here, this grid divided by the number of months between these two dams, and then multiplied by 100 to find out the rate of sedimentation in centimeters per month. Okay, as you can see in this period between 1829 and 1856, the accretion area is in front of the mouth, at the mouth part, as you can see right here. But the values are not very erosional area. With red and with blue are accretional area. As you can see, these two surfaces are very are very short in length, but are very, very wide, because that was the biggest contour we can find for both of them. This is a natural behavior. But between 1856 and 1872, there was a big difference, as you can see right over. Okay, another thing. This dam from 1856 is another surface. Yeah, it's the same one like here, but there are other surfaces because we found the same areas with 1872, but larger ones. In 1872, the first works of the first construction of the piers was finished, and as you can see here on the fairway of the arm, the erosion was very strong, yeah, at about 23-24 centimeters per mount, but you can see at the south of the mount the initial construction of the Sulina bar, right over here. And the trajectory for the ships were here and to north. Do not take step over the bar. Between 1872 and 900, yeah, it's almost the same, not spectacularly, only erosion in this area, but this erosion probably was a result of constantly digging of that the area in front of the mouth. At deep water, a small accumulation for about, I don't know, 3-4 centimeters per mouth. Between 900 and 1926, as you can see, it's an important accretional area right over here. Why is that? Because in the First World War, they don't do anything at the mouth. They don't do drilling and any kind of works. And also, it was a big drama in that time because the European Commission of the Danube Archives in Tulcea was distracted by the Russian bombers. And the mouth bar was very, very extended, yeah, in surface, but only erosional area is only on the fairway because they need to make ships come and go to Sulina. Between 1926 and 1944, you can see that the dikes are more longer in this period of almost 20 years. The dikes are much longer, and practically the mouth of Sulina is moving forward, and the bar is obviously constructed forward. The only erosional area is in front of the old mouth, yeah, right here, because Sulina arm constructed his mouth bar in front of the new dikes, right over here. And then between 1944 and 1998, again, as you can see, the dikes were much longer. They are here and now here, with about 4 kilometers in this period of 50 years. All area is under a very strong erosion. First of all, because they did a lot of digging here in the north, in the front of the mouth, And another thing, in this period was constructed iron gates, dam, and another dams on internal rivers of Romania, who are tributary to Danube. And this thing means that the volume of sediments which is green by Danube, is much lower. And from 1998 to 2009, as you can see, in 1998 the mouth bar right over here in south, and in 2009 wasn't any mouth bar because because of dredging works. The dikes were at the same length between these two periods, and the dredgings were very strong because they right over here in the front of the mouth was at about 5 centimeters per mouth. As conclusions, the Sulina mouth had been challenged for navigation since 18th century, when two most important projects were drafted upon request of the Ottoman government. The cartographic database made by European Commission of the Danube contains over 150 items that made possible the analysis of multi-annual, annual and seasonal evolution of the mouth, as well as the evolution of the shoreline. The multi-annual analysis of the mount reveals the efficiency of the works, a significant increase in bar dips, what noticed between that period of between 1857 and 1861 and 1872. And the Sulina mouth was significantly influenced by the improvement works performed by the European Commission of the Danube. And as another conclusion, I can say that European Commission of the Danube was probably the first European institution who actually made something useful for mankind. Okay, and thank you for your attention.